Just a very good evening. We're broadcasting live from the ROC. That's the Results Operations Centre in the capital, Pretoria, Municipal Elections 2016. Now, police in their thousands have been posted countrywide to keep an eye on voting to ensure free and fair elections, municipal elections. Sources at the Institute for Security Studies say so far there have been 99 incidents of election-related violence in the country between January and mid-July, many of them in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, the acting National Police Commissioner, General Kgomotso Phahlane, joins us in the studio to talk about the role the police will be playing in making sure that the election takes place in a safe environment. Very good evening to you, General. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, Evan.
General, all systems go. Would you say that you're happy with all measures that are put in place to make sure that safety will be ensured?
All systems go indeed. I today was in Vuwani, where it's commonly known that the area has been very volatile. It's an area which we have prioritized in as far as deployment is concerned, and I was happy with the situation that is prevailing there. Our deployment is in place, and we are confident that we will deliver a safe and secure local government elections 2016. What is left, though, is for South Africans to go in their numbers to the voting stations with the assurance from the South African Police Service that they will be secured.
You've mentioned Vuwani as one of the areas of concern. What are some of the other areas of concern that you, as the police service, have isolated, and what kind of measures are you putting in place to deal with any threats, if there are any?
Well, informed by our intelligence, which we have done in assessing the situation, we have categorized the 22,612 voting station in the low risk, the medium risk, and the high risk, and that will inform the numbers that will be deployed static per each voting station. And we also would have deployed 22,612 police vehicles that will be utilized to secure the transportation of voting material from the warehouses to the respective voting stations, including securing IEC personnel while they are in transit. In that regard, about 45,000 of our members will be doing that duty. And once the material has been delivered at the voting stations, those vehicles and the members will then be patrolling the areas to increase police visibility and ensure that they respond to whatever challenges that emanate.
Now, General, day one is always a very jittery day. It's a difficult day. There are always the little gremlins that pop up, the little logistical challenges that come up. Day one was a good day?
It was a good day generally. As I said, I spent the whole day in Vuwani. I was happy with the situation that is found in that area. Our deployment is in place. The unfortunate thing in Vuwani is that no one had registered for their home visits. Thus, there were no electioneering activities. But tomorrow, there are 14 stations which will be operational for 38 people to cast their special votes, and I'm confident that it will go well. The report that I'm getting countrywide is that we did not have any challenges or major challenges for that matter. The movement of people from police headquarters from the province to the clusters is currently underway, and we are ready for the big day, which is the 3rd of August.
I want to stay with Vuwani because it's been such a high-profile area. In your discussions there with the community, we've heard some sectors of the community in recent weeks have said that they will make sure that voting don't go ahead. Your discussions with the community today and the last 24 hours, what are they saying? What's the mood within the community of Vuwani?
Well, my focus there was not to go and engage the communities. Mine was to go and determine whether we have done what we are supposed to be doing. The engagement with the community has been led by the Minister Van Rooyen, who is part of the interministerial committee that the President has established, and I think he continues to engage. Mine is to focus on policing, and those that have been making threats, who continue to intimidate others, trying to prohibit them from getting to the polling station. 3 of them are behind bars as we speak, and we are looking for the remainder, because that is contravention of the Electoral Act, which we can't tolerate. We are on record, as I even said, that people must refrain from making irresponsible statements, irresponsible utterances, inciting violence, and as the police, we cannot be spectators in situations like that. Thus, we have taken the step of ensuring that they are detained.
I want to talk to you quickly a little bit why it's such a massive logistical exercise. Can you maybe give us a quick overview of the numbers? You touched on it briefly a little bit earlier, but how many police officers are being deployed around the country, and then maybe the kind of synergy between what you're doing as the police service with the Defence Force?
Maybe let's start with the Defence Force. You are not going to find boots on the ground from the South African National Defence Force. This process is primarily led by the South African Police Service. Of course, the Defence Force remains a key player within the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security cluster. According to our plans, they will deploy. They will only be there to provide logistical support. For example, when we were in Vuwani today, we would have used the Oryx to move around and have an aerial view of what is happening in that particular area. In terms of our numbers, we are going to be deploying 50,480 members. They will be static at the voting station. 20,634 of those members will be deployed, or 20,634 voting station will consume 41,268 members. Those are the low risk voting station. We have 1,328 stations that we have classified or categorized as medium risk. They will consume an additional 5,132 members, and we have got 650 considered high risk. There we will have an additional 3,900 people. So that brings you to 50,480. As I said, we have 45,224 members who will be manning the 22,612 vehicles that will be moving the material as well as securing the IEC staff, but most importantly, ensuring that there is police visibility in the area.
In conclusion, General, what's your message then to South Africa as the nation prepares for voting day?
South Africans must go out in their numbers to go and exercise their democratic right of voting for the party or individuals of their choice. We cannot afford not to take that opportunity which our constitution provides, and the South African Police Service is there to ensure that the elections are safe and secure, and we are going to deliver on this one. No one must take chances in this regard by making irresponsible utterances or conducting themselves in a manner contrary to what the Act provides.
General, thank you very much for joining us on SABC News this evening. I know it's a very big week ahead and it's going to be a lot of long days for all the men and women in blue. Thank you for joining us today. That's the Acting National Police Commissioner, General Kgomotso Phahlane, talking to us about, well, the logistics, but also some of the hotspots that have come into focus over the last couple of weeks as we count down to the 3rd of August. That's on Wednesday, Municipal Elections 2016. As you can see, we are counting down the first day here at the Results Operations Centre in the capital, Pretoria. Time for us now to take a short commercial break.